Hello, welcome to Passion Time. I'm Patricia Gras, and I'm here with Sonia Clayton. She's one of the best known entrepreneurs, not only in Houston, but in the United States. She's received over 26 awards of excellence, including a White House Award and also many state recognitions. She's the president and CEO of something called Virtual Intelligence Providers. That means she's intelligent, for sure, which has conducted business in over 50 countries. VIP is a Texas-based information technology firm specializing in energy and O&G vertical. She'll explain what that is later. Sonia's background includes 10 years with the airline industry. I wish I could get a free ticket from her, but it's not happening now. And over 20 years of experience of information systems and organizational change management. She has been recognized by congressmen and many other famous people. And she's won the Oracle of Hispanic Business Women in America. But she comes from humble beginnings. So listen up. Humble beginnings, very difficult life, but she achieved the American dream. So it's such a pleasure to have you with us.
It is a pleasure to be here.
Now, and it is her birthday today. She's turning 35.
Just 15. Just 15, I told you.
Sonia, how is it that you found your passion and are living your passion?
My passion, I think I discovered my passion just by being who I am. As a child, I realized that I really enjoy being with people and having friends, and I always had friends. I was always surrounded by people. But as I grew older, I came to the realization that this was actually not a casual thing, but actually a very important thing in my life. Mm-hmm. I came to America in 1984, and between 1984 and 1990, I got married, I had my children. And by the way, I came to America with $50 in my pocket, so everything else is profit.
Right.
But the first 5 years of my life pretty much was getting married, getting the husband through school, getting the children. I have a boy and a girl, and my son is a U.S. Navy pilot, and my daughter is a high school teacher. Mm-hmm. But in 1990, we moved to Houston, and that's how I got into the airline industry and got involved with Air France, and I worked a couple of years for them. And then I got involved with Continental Airlines. And in 1997, 98, I decided that I was going to do a career path change and went into the information technology field. And actually develop a passion for the information technology field, and that's what I do up until today.
You have to explain to me what this O&G verticals. What does that mean?
Oil and gas verticals. Oil and gas.
Oh, oil and gas vertical. What is as opposed to horizontals?
Verticals are specialties such as manufacturing,
okay.
Oil and gas, engineering, biomedical or medical. Those are the verticals.
I want you to share your personal story because you didn't go into that. You were left abandoned by your father. Your mother raised you, but you started working very early on.
Very, very young. Yes, I was in 9th grade, and my mother was very sick at that point, and I felt like, okay, it is my turn to contribute to my home and give back.
Okay.
And my mom had acquired a subsidized home in Venezuela, and it was time to make payments, and obviously it was not much money for food or much money for the payments. And so I dropped out in 9th grade, and I went to work full time. And I continue my education at night, and so I will work a full day. I will go to school for 4 hours and come home about midnight, and I will get up at 5 in the morning and do it again.
What was your job?
I actually got a job in a bank,
okay.
And I became administrative assistant and receptionist at a bank. That was kind of like my first official job. And from then on, I always worked. I got my education just by sticking to the plan and continuing to do that. Going to work during the day, coming,
and going to
school at night. I will bring my check and give it to my mother. She will give me pretty much the money that I needed to hop in the bus and go back to do the same thing over and over again for another month. And that's how I lived my life in Venezuela until I came to America.
Now, you are one of the most successful female entrepreneurs in this country. How did it start? And what does it take to be a famous female entrepreneur? I know that's a very loaded question, but...
Well, I think I started just because it was pure accident, I believe. The towers came down 2011. I mean, sorry, 2001. And the towers come down, and it's, terrorist times, and I was working a regular job. My employees lose their jobs. I lose my job. And I started just in an effort to trying to help them find jobs. So I started calling friends in the oil and gas industry, asking them, hey, did you know somebody that could use this person? And I would just circulate the resumes until one day Shell Oil, of all people, not well, in those days was Penn's Oil, they just called me and they say, Sonia, why are you giving these resumes away? You realize that you can be your own company? And I say, yeah, but I don't have any clients. And they say, yes, you do. We would like to be your customer. So I started with them. I started big.
You started already with Shell. Yeah, but they obviously saw something in you that gave them the confidence to do business with you.
Absolutely.
What do you think that was?
Well, you got to win your clients. You got to know your customers. You got to serve them well. You got to be willing to walk the extra mile. And they recognize that. That's just that simple. But the difficult thing in those days, it was that the oil and gas industry was white, male dominated.
And here's this Latina woman.
And there's this
oh my God.
Latina woman.
Oh, what did you do? What did you do?
And so it was quite shocking. And I walked into several meetings, and I remember one guy who was very aggressive with me, and he looks at me up and down, and he says,
you give the elevator look.
Yeah, he says, what are you doing here? And I said, well, I'm involved with the SAP implementation project. And he looks at me and he says, well, if you tell me in 5 minutes exactly what you're doing and you impress me, you get to keep the project. And so I sat there,
no pressure there.
Told him exactly what I was doing. Yes, and I'm in front of about 15 other men, and I felt like baby Jesus in the confession house. And so, but I was very confident. I told them what I knew and what I was going to do in my project, and I got my project. I continued to grow that whole
and then
project.
he admired you from then on.
Absolutely, he's actually one of my best supporters today.
At a certain point in your life, you discovered, because you were very successful with your company started growing, you started having businesses all over the world, but then you discovered something about life that changed the way you looked at business. What was it?
Yes, I don't know if I discovered, but maybe I reaffirmed what I always believed, and it was the fact that it's not about fame, it's not about looks, it's not about money, but it's about self-fulfillment. It's about how much you enjoy life and how did you get there. And to me, fame and self-fulfillment and all these things are important. A lot of people say, well, how did you live with fame and money and all these things? And to me, they are secondary to what the real base of the essence of the whole thing is. And to say the least, I came to the realization that I enjoy people. I enjoy helping my friends and helping them become successful and helping them achieve their own dreams. That's what really is important to me in life. Not necessarily how much money I have or I make or I have or I will make, but how many people I will be able to help in the path. And I am very, very proud to say that I have helped hundreds, if not thousands of people become very successful as well.
And that's through your business or just?
Through my business. My business became nothing but an enabling tool that will take me where I wanted to go in my final mission in life. And I have enjoyed pretty much doing that. I can look back and look at how many people I help. And I have a specific case. My director of operations right now, his name is Glenn Booker. I walk into this church. I was invited to be a motivator and give him a talk. This is about 500 people unemployed, line up on both sides of the aisle. And he comes up to me and after the talk and he says, Sonia, I really enjoyed your talk. Can I tell you about me? And so he tells me about himself and tells me he's been unemployed for a long time. He has a beard. He's all harried. And, I'm looking at this guy and thinking, what is his true potential? Mm-hmm. And I invited him to come to the office. And he came. He showed up in my office, and he shows up with all these things, projects, and books that he had actually completed. And I thought, this guy can actually achieve something. So we sat there, had a very friendly conversation. I said, look, if you can follow me and shadow me and learn what I do, I'll show you what I do. And the minute a first project comes up, I will send you there cold turkey. He says I'm on it. And so this was 13 years ago. He's my director of operation today.
What a great
I
story.
love the guy.
What a great
He's incredibly
story.
smart. It wasn't about Sonia Clayton and what I gave him. It was about him trying to find a door, finding a door open, and going forward.
But you gave him that door. You opened that door.
But that's exactly what VIP does. We have given the door to many, many people. We have another case, Mrs. Patricia Blanco, Venezuelan woman going through a terrible situation in her life, and this woman has overcome incredible things. And here I am battling my cancer. Somebody gives her my number, and she shows up at my house, and I just had to have my breast surgery and all that, and I'm feeling uncomfortable about attending this woman that I don't know where she came from, but I felt the need to talk to her, and she today is one of the most successful ERP, SAP technical consultants I know.
Well, Sonia Clayton, it's such a joy to listen to you and to learn from you and to be motivated by you. And thank you for joining us on Passion Time. And your website is?
www.vip-global.com.
I like the VIP part. Thank you so much. All right, we'll see you next time on Passion Time.
Yo sé que tú puedes, que tú eres capaz. Cambia tu vida. La vida es una y tú vas a triunfar. Cambia tu vida. Con fe y esperanza las puertas se abren.